What's up, people? This is Miss Dynamite. Check out my interview on Amaru Don TV.
Good afternoon, Miss Dynamite.
Hi, afternoon.
How's your day been so far?
Good, really good. Very energetic, loads to do, but good.
Alright, so we know that the new single, Never Soft, with the man of the moment, Labyrinth. So let's get into the plug-in of that. When did you actually first hear the beat, and when did you actually first record the track?
We got in the studio about a couple of months ago. We sat down, we started talking, we talked for a couple of hours, and we talked about family. He's from a big family as well.
So you got over the
yeah, big family, yeah. And we talked about our upbringing and our musical influences, you know, our parents, and just, yeah, the whole kind of family vibe. And in that, I said to him, you know, what I really wanted to do was a track not too far from the stuff that I've been doing, where it's kind of dance, electronic, club orientated, but I wanted to bring some of those old school elements and vibes to it. I'm very into my, you know, revival and my old reggae music and whatnot. And then, yeah, after our 2-hour chat, he basically turned around to his keys and his guitar, and
so you guys were together at the time?
Yeah, and yeah, it was amazing to watch him work. He kind of floated across the space, you know, back and forth, and was like making some crazy noises, and then he just played the beat, and I was like, wow, you know, how did you get that from the conversation that we had? Because I felt like the beat was everything and more that I'd said that I wanted to produce. And yeah, then I started writing, I should say we started writing, and yeah, that was
Before you
it.
started, you actually you was in the hostel for a little while, and you have situations where there's going to be a lot of artists who, where you started from, they'll be like the hospital, the job seekers, and so at that point of your life, was music an option for you before getting signed?
Yeah, if I'm totally honest, I've always loved music. I always enjoyed singing, but I never believed in myself as a singer, or a rapper or a chatter, any of them. I never wanted to do music how I do music. I was the kind of person that sings in the shower or sings around the house and while I'm tidying up, or, you know, but I always wanted to perform. I'm a bit of an exhibitionist. Like if there was a school production, or then yeah, I'll do it then. But I never ever saw myself taking it to this kind of position. I always wanted to be a teacher, and for me, getting into music was totally 100% about paying the bills. Yeah. I was on job seekers allowance, which at the time was about £30 a week. It was actually 25, because I remember my hostel I used to have to pay a £5 service charge. So I was on £25 a week, going to college, you know, still putting myself through education. £25 a week. You know, actually now I think, no way, there's no way. But yeah, so yeah, music. This guy approached me and said, I heard you can MC. My friends had told him that, but not that I could. I had never MC'd really before. Yeah, he invited me to his radio station, and from there I started to get bookings. Yeah. That was it. Once I started to make money, I was like, okay, cool, that's me.
But you know the funny thing is that people knew that at that time you were the best MC, male or female. No. People knew.
Thank you.
So I just remember we were just going football. Oh yeah, Dynamite. Oh, she's better than all of them. Like so, but then a lot of people don't realize that you've actually done a song with like Lil Wayne. So, and that was what, like, was it 6 years ago? So 6 years ago. How did that come about then?
At that time, I was working on my album, Judgment Days. I was in LA, recording in LA with an amazing producer called Chink Santana. And yeah, he just was like, I was making a track called You Don't Have to Cry. Yeah. And he just said, I can hear a rapper on here. and I was just like, okay, but who? You know, what kind of vibe? Because they have to be someone that kind of can give this track, you know, the vibe that it needs. And he said Lil Wayne, and yeah, at the time I was like, okay, like I hadn't heard, you know, Lil Wayne spit how he spits on that track, so I wasn't sure, you know. And yeah, when the vocals came back, because he couldn't come and physically do it there in the studio, I think he was in New York at the time, but he sent back the vocal, and I was just like, whoa, like I love what he did on there. I love it. It's very, very conscious, very in key with what the track's about, and yeah, I like it. I like it.
Why now? Why come back now? You know, because you know the games. I mean, since you've not been in the game, no one's really filled that kind of void for what you were doing in terms of conscious music. And but why come back now, like in 2011? Like, what point do you think I'm gonna come back?
Do you know what? I think I always do what feels right, you know, within me. And I think I just started to feel like, okay, my son's getting older, he's more, you know, independent now, and he doesn't need me, you know, as much. And then I kind of started to get, you know, itchy feet, you know, in terms of music. And then one day I just thought, okay, cool, like it feels right now. I feel like, okay, like he's cool, he's ready, he's doing what he's doing. And because music, I'm a person, I like to give 150%.
Music's consuming, isn't it? You have to dedicate
music
yourself to
it. It is, depending on what you want to get out of it, and depending on what it means to you. Yeah. Music is who I am. It's a very big part of who I am. So it ain't a thing where I can just be like, okay, that's the day job done now. You know, music is just, it's who I am. You know, I can't go to the corner shop and switch it off and pretend that I'm not me. You know, it's what I do. I'm so shocked to hear you as a man say that you like that song, because if I had £1 for every man that was like, I hate that song, you know that my girl finished with me because of that song, like,